Well, we're back at it, guys. I said I wasn't doing this one, but things came to my attention, and well, yeah, you already clicked the link, so we're opening Mothra today from Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So if you're watching this at home, you might be asking, hey Chris, I'm one of the 19 people that watches your videos. You said you weren't going to do this one. Well, yeah, I did say that until I actually held this thing in my hand and realized, oh, there are some minor differences. The first Mothra was one of the biggest pains in the butt to get a hold of. So Playmates in their infinite wisdom have decided new paint job and some other details. So they've reissued it under their new Monsterverse line. So if you saw, this is the line that has the Burning Godzilla, the Frostvark. We also got that Kong. I'm not going to deal with that Kong. That Kong's the same. But yeah, this is the King of the Monsters version of Mothra. So why is she blue? Well, a lot of the movie's dark. She's got that translucent glow. Anyway, it's the reason I wanted to open this, because they apparently fixed this figure. So what we're going to do is get this bad boy open, and I want to show you some of the things that got fixed on her. Alright, let's get that out of here. So why am I watching this video? You're asking yourself. Well, here's the thing with this new version of Mothra from Playmates, is that the big thing is they fixed her wings. So the previous version, these back wings were up here on the front, and the front wings were in the back, which made it very lopsided. I should have a picture right there to compare and contrast. So then Playmates fixing the wings is a big step up. They do feel much more sturdier than the other version that I had. But that said, I originally was not going to pick this thing up, but once I started looking, I'm like, okay, there are vast improvements. And then I want to give Playmates their kudos, because they have definitely been upping their game as of late, and it does feel like, especially with the Burning Godzilla, that they're reusing a lot of their old molds, but they're at least fixing issues with them. So they are listening to fan feedback on a lot of this stuff. The other thing is the wings. So the wings have this sticker pattern. This one is of a much better quality than the previous Mothra. The pattern is at least in the groove of the wing mold, as you can see. I'll try and get that reflection off there. So there's no bubbling on this one, as there was with the last one that I had. It kind of fits. Well, there's a little bubbling, but it is a much more thorough adhering, if you will. Adhering? Yeah, I think that's the right term. So they look better. The print is kind of nice. I mean, it's this blue print, so it does lack a lot of the color, but again, this is a variant. But I will give them credit. I know a lot of people hate the stickers, but again, this is a $10 figure. You're not going to get molded wings, and you're not going to get that level of coloring and detail for a $10 figure. I mean, that's not possible in this day and age. The actual figure itself, the eye color, the painting is far superior on this thing than the original issue. She still cannot move any of her appendages. The main body is still a solid molded figure. The action is in the wings, as you can see. So the big question is this worth 10 bucks? Well, yeah, it is. I would say for $10, you're still getting a modest Mothra Monsterverse figure. If you're a high-end collector, go with the Haya. You're going to be paying a bit more, but at least you're going to get a better detailed figure with a better quality with articulation. But if you got kids or you're budget conscious, this is probably the Mothra figure to get over the original one. Even the giant one had some issues with it. So I'm curious if they will reissue that under a new color scheme, but we'll wait and see. But props to Playmates. The last few figures in this line that I have reviewed have been heads and tails above their earlier offerings, which, you know, sometimes you start off on a rocky foot, but if you learn from your mistakes and you fix them, then I'm more than willing to give you a chance. So there you go. All right, wow, that is my short and sweet review of the Bandai Monsterverse, Godzilla King of the Monsters Mothra. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called The Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, well, you can find us on all of your favorite podcast streamers, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. We're also on social media. It's right there. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. If you want to keep up to date in the world of giant monsters, that is the place to go. Or if you just want to say hi, you can do that there as well. And on that note, that will wrap up this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.